In the last segment, we talked to Bill Anderson and Mandy Barnett about the event commemorating the lives of Patsy Cline, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Cowboy Copas, and pilot Randy Hughes. This 50th anniversary brought together many friends and family members who still mourn the loss of their loved ones. We'll continue our feature on this special event with Jean Shepard and the Grascals. Here's Kelly with more.
Today we're talking about they're having the 50th anniversary of the plane crash where Patsy Cline and Hawkshaw Hawkins and
Cowboy Copas
all passed away. And at the time, you were married to Hawkshaw Hawkins.
Right. I had a 14-month-old son and was 8 months pregnant with my second child.
Wow. Wow. And, you know, this event and having it live on, the memory, I mean, they're gone but not forgotten. No. What does it mean to you for them to bring this up every year? And I know a lot happened, and we all hear the Patsy Cline story, but there were other guys, like we just said, that lost their lives.
It used to, Kelly, kind of upset me. It still does to a certain extent because there was more on that plane than Patsy Cline. And I like Patsy. She was a very talented lady, and I loved her. I really did. But I resented it for so long. You know, because, well, if anybody knows where I'm coming from, you know, they'll understand.
Yes, well, and it was your husband, and like you said, you're pregnant with your child, who is now a singer. Does he sing as well?
Oh yeah, does a good job. Good. They both do. They both do. Don Robin. Don Robin was named after Don Gibson and Marty Robbins, two of Hawk's closest friends. And then Harold Franklin came along a month later, and of course, so be it, to name him after his father.
Yes, yes, what a sweet story. And we were talking before the camera started rolling about Hawkshaw's name. I love that. What's the story? How did he get that name? Because that's not his real name.
No, his real name is Harold Franklin Hawkins, as my son's is also. But he was a child in West Virginia, and his parents' home backed up, had an alley behind it. And him and some boys was out playing marbles one day. And one of the neighbors come by and asked him if they'd seen anybody that had got a fishing rod. And Hawk said, yes, he had saw the other neighbor go in the guy's garage and get the fishing rod. So he told him. The guy went in and got his fishing rod, come back, flipped Hawkshaw a 50-cent piece and said, thanks, Hawkshaw.
Here's my heart, now see if you can love me. Build a dream and see if it will stand.
We're here with the Grascals, and we've got little Grascal over there with his daddy, Jamie. Now, you guys are getting ready. Say hi. You guys are getting ready to go down and perform in Camden. They're honoring the 4 lives that were lost with Patsy Cline in the Gone But Not Forgotten is going to be what the day is about. And this, I think, this is 50 years since the crash, and they're basically trying to make sure that all of the people that were in that plane that day are recognized and not forgotten. And you actually, you know, Hawkshaw Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkshaw Hawkins and Cowboy Copas, and then the pilot Randy Hughes too. And Patsy, I mean, such a great artist and legend in that, but she seemed to have gotten known a little bit more just from that and her music and that, and through Hollywood, because they did a movie about her and all that stuff. But Hawkshaw and Cowboy were just as big stars, maybe bigger, right back then at that time. But they haven't had like a movie made about them and everything. So it's for everybody that was there in that plane crash that day to honor all of those, and let people know that yes, those people were big stars too. And then the pilot Randy Hughes too.
And it's going to be in Benton County. And you guys are going to go down here performing. And also I hear there's a panel for the fans to come and tell their stories and share.
Yes, it's going to be a good event. Everybody should try to come out to see it. Like they all said, there's 3 other people on there too that was just stepping stones of country music that a lot of the stars of today are standing on. So it's very important folks in history of country music for sure.
And they all were Grand Ole Opry stars, if I'm not mistaken. I know Hawkshaw played here, and
Randy wasn't. He was Patsy's manager, and he was a musician also. But yeah, he was also the pilot. Yep.
Right. I know Miss Jean Shepard's going to be going down here from the Grand Ole Opry. She was married to Hawkshaw at the time and pregnant with their son.
Yeah, Harold.
Yeah, Harold. Yeah, and actually, Hawkshaw Hawkins, some people may not know this, but he actually performed Sunny Side of the Mountain, which to bluegrass people is a huge Jimmy Martin tune. that possibly Jimmy at that time might have heard him do and turned it into his. So pretty cool connection to bluegrass.
Here's my world, my fate is in your hand.
Now let's talk about the love story, because you were both singing and Opry stars. And did you meet through the Grand Ole Opry or through country music?
Yeah, oh yeah. Then the Ozark Jubilee in Springfield, Missouri, which was the first network country televised show. We met there, and then later on he come to Nashville, and then later on I came to Nashville. So it went from there.
We still have lots more ahead, so make sure to keep it right here for more Inside Music Row. We'll hook up with Ricky Young when we come back after this short little break. Make sure to come on back.
What's up, y'all? I'm Ricky Young, and I'll be coming up next on Inside Music Row.